I feel good. I feel so good. So good. You know why? Because to the victors go the spoils. And guess what, Eagle fans? Your spoils have arrived. 18th pick in the NFL draft.
Hey, make us lunch. We're hungry.
Dallas still stinks. You're my Lou King Bing back here, and what I have for you today, all Eagle fans, you're gonna love it. Right here is the box. Is the box with the Trubisky jersey. So let's open this thing up real quick, and let's see what we got here. Okay, opening this. Ooh, this is heavy for a jersey. What's in here? Alright, so here's a letter. It says, Philly 500. Congrats on winning the game and the bet, brother. I look forward to the eventual videos that will follow with the Trubisky jersey. Also, I can't wait for our team to face again in Philly next season so I can get my revenge. And then it's just some beautiful personal stuff. We'll keep it there. But Josh, he sent it, and he sent a couple other things here. What is this? Oh my God, this one thing. It's heavy. Ugh. A Sports Fury box. What the hell's in here? Oh my God. What the what is it? It's a box of rocks. Oh, Eagles rocks. The Eagles rocks. Sean gets a stone, a Cowboy stone. I get Eagles rocks. I'll take the Eagles rocks. Thank you for the rocks, buddy. Maybe I'll sell them on eBay. But we got something else in here. Let's see what it is. Another gift. Ooh, nice box. What is this? We got something very special. Something that I'll have to save for my conspiracy theory show. But this is one of the most, some would say, the earliest and first propaganda device that is used to brainwash kids. Now, I'm not saying I say that. I'm saying this is what some would say. What is that? A globe Earth. Woo, this is going to make for fun conversation. Many people believe that we are on this. Many people believe that the Earth is spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, super fast, and it's going, what, 3,100 miles in space, and it's orbiting this sun, and the sun's going like 60,000 million miles, and the space and everything's going at different speeds, but nothing ever moves in our sky. Others would say that you're on a plane, you're flying a plane, and all of a sudden that plane is upside down. What the hell's going on? Not me. I'm just saying some people. But I love it. It's going to make for a very, very interesting conspiracy theory show when we do it. So let's get to the nitty gritty here. What do I have here? What do we have here? There it is, people, in all its form. The Trubisky jersey. We won. This is for Eagle fans. Victory! Yes, we have this, and I am going to have a lot of fun with this jersey. Lots of fun with it. But Josh, thank you for being a man of your word. Shout out to Josh from the Sports Fury. Thank you for sending it and the other things. It's really awesome, and you're a man of your word. You kept your bet. I respect that. Everybody go shout out and sub up the Sports Fury. They deserve 1 million subs. Make sure you sub them up if you have. Okay, Eagle fans, so there it is. Our bragging rights on the Chicago Bears for the year. We are going to have a lot of fun with it. Any suggestions, any good suggestions, what to do with it, Let me know in the comment section. But thanks again to Josh from the Sports Fury for being a man of his word. Shout out to him. Shout out to his Bears. They'll bounce back. And hey, to the winner goes the spoils. That's all I can say. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about the Eagles today. I want to talk a little bit about it. It's very early in the offseason. We haven't seen any movement and stuff. I think a couple coaches have gone. The defensive line coach and I think the wide receiver coach are both gone, so we'll see who they replace them with. But I want to talk where I think the Eagles need to concentrate most of their offseason and their resources and early draft picks. I want to give you my 3 biggest needs that I think the Eagles have to address this offseason. Now, to me, this next season is all about one guy. It's all about Carson Wentz. We need to get Carson Wentz back to an MVP level. He needs to get back to playing that kind of football. He also needs to stay healthy. This is key. Okay, I am not willing to give him the injury-prone label yet, but if he gets hurt for 8-9 games again, misses the rest of the season, the playoffs, then I think it's fair. I'm concerned about his health right now. I'm definitely concerned. I'm not ready to give him that full label yet. And the reason is because I think when you come back from an ACL injury, that year is kind of hard, and other injuries do creep up. This has happened to many guys before. But we'll see what he does this coming year. But when I look at this team, I think getting him back to that level is important. That's why my top 3 positions or areas of need that I'm going to address are going to be offensive. I think, and this can change as moves and as different things happen, but I think the Eagles, maybe in the first round, I think you need to address the offensive line. You may lose Jason Peters. Kelsey may retire. We don't know when Brooks is going to come back. Hopefully he'll come back. But even, on the guard side, next to Lane Johnson, it was Newski and Sayamalt. We could upgrade it, and I wouldn't mind going first round pick, like a right guard or something like that. But the Eagles definitely, they have to get that line rebuilt. They have to make it better because Carson Wentz has to stay healthy. We need him healthy and upright. That's the first thing. The second thing is they need a franchise running back. You got to get a legitimate franchise running back. And if you want to go and make a splash, get Kareem Hunt or Bell or anything, whatever, I'm open to all that. But if you don't, then I think one of those 2 second-round picks should be used on a running back. We're going to get into the running back. Senior Bowl's coming up, and we'll start getting into individual players' names. But just from where I'm standing today, I think, offensive line first, franchise running back second. That is the second thing that I have to make sure I do. The final third thing that I would say is you need a legitimate deep threat, deep speed receiver. Think Deshaun Jackson. Think that kind of guy. A guy that can stretch the field. A guy that puts fear into teams with his speed. This will open up everything for Alshon and Hurts and everybody else. Okay? This will maybe keep guys a little further back and give Carson a little more room to operate. And with his arm, I love having a speed guy. And we had Torrey Smith the year we won the Super Bowl, and he was okay. He was admirable, but he was fast enough to stretch a field and make teams nervous, and that helped. Obviously, Mike Wallace was hurt last year. I would prefer to see a speed wide receiver drafted. Somebody that could come in and maybe with our second round pick, that could come in and then just win that job and can be a guy who is going to be with Carson Wentz for the next 10 years. And they can build a rapport and they can be together for a long time. That's what I'm looking. Now, we do have other concerns. I think we need to think about upgrading our defensive line, especially in the draft. A lot of good linemen coming out. I don't know what they're going to do with Jordan Hicks. And then we have the secondary, which was atrocious. But I do think that we do have guys coming back. I'm not willing to give up on Sidney Jones yet. I look at this past year as his rookie year because he sat out the first year. Avonte Maddox, I think he's I think he's awesome. You got Rodney McLeod coming back. So I think with all the guys that we have that were hurt and coming back on the defense, I think we'll be okay. But, I mean, we'll have to see what they do, who they cut, who they sign, that kind of thing before we really know. But just right now, as we stand, I think you have to go out and get better on the offensive line. You have to get a franchise running back. You have to get a wide receiver. And my main theme for this whole thing is you got to protect Carson. You got to give him weapons. You got to make it easier for him. We can't allow him to get hurt. We can't allow him to basically not have the weapons that he needs. He needs it. They need to build this team in this offseason around keeping Carson Wentz healthy and making him, once again, an MVP caliber quarterback. So those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Put it in the comment section. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. And don't be a dingbat.